It's magic. It's magic in the air. I'm trying to make my move without falling off. I'm always afraid of falling into the orchestra pit for the craziest reasons. Because Margaret, what was her name with the legs? Margaret Kelly? Swedish?
She's an actress?
Yes, James Bond stuff. All right, so you guys are too young to know who James Bond is. The only reason I'm telling you this is because Anne Margaret.
Oh, and Margaret. Bye-bye Birdie.
Oh, yeah, she did. Her birdie went bye-bye. That bitch fell down into the orchestra pit. And I'll never forget that I was just like, I don't want to be that person. And then I'm working, and I almost fall in an orchestra pit because these people start fighting over me about Trump, okay? With Jason Blum from Blumhouse Productions. You know when you love somebody? You ever hear of Jason Blum? Okay, you ever hear of Annabelle? The Conjuring? Yes, he's the producer and the writer, and I'm a huge fan. Did I think he was going to start a riot? No, for real, like where I'm so scared. And that's what he was doing in the audience. Never laughs at anything, never is awake, Samantha, not once. But this time, this is how he responded. Laughter. Because I ran off the stage. And I ran back on. So nobody knew about that until the producer decides at breakfast with Samantha's mother to remind me about when I ran off that stage. Mm-hmm. And Samantha's mother was there. And I was so glad I told her already so I don't look stupid. Because the Hollywood Reporter said, feeling badly for the MC that hosted that night. That's the time that you don't want people to remember your name. And I do want you to remember these names. They're very important in the world of comedy. Your comedy concierge, Samantha Linderman. Give her a round of applause. She's the one that pulls this place together and got us our social media manager over here. Jennifer Flores from Divine. We're just so wonderful to have finally a team, and that's what we have here. We are the Femme Fatales Productions. We get things done. Not to say men can't. I'm just saying that women do it better. By the time men finish complaining, man. I'm not going to talk about it right now, but today there was a major loss. My husband lost his wallet, okay? But it's so crazy because I can see it. And I said to him, can I see your pocket? No. We're up and down with this wallet. And he can't lose his wallet. It's not like my wallet. His wallet got money in it. You know what I'm saying? He can't lose his wallet. My wallet could be lost. So I go downstairs, the valet's like, he's in your husband's pocket, right? So Mark found it in his pocket. Isn't that wonderful? And Samantha, you know why it was wonderful? To feel like us. For just a minute. To see how it feels. Not to be in control. Not to find your wallet. To know what it feels like. Ah, it felt good. It really did. I'm sorry about that, guys. Just got off, didn't I? But you know, hey, it's not us, it's we. And we're going to start out with the comedy of the one and only Lee. Lee Shorts is here, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Put your bird on my shoulder, Tweety.
Hi, here again. Okay. I am going to use notes today. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. So my girlfriend drove me here. Drove me as in drove me away. And so I had to get out. I had to seek refuge. Came here. Anywhere but there. So, and she says things in anger as she does, and she means every one of them. She said she was so much happier before she met me. She lived alone by herself. That hurts. It hurts. But she says that I just do things that she doesn't understand, and I agree with her. I don't understand half the things I do. But she says I'm dumb smart. I don't know what that means. I don't understand what that means. But she says you come up with something you think smart, but it turns out really dumb in the end. So, all right, and I said, that's not true. I come up with really good ideas. I had one back in Boston. I had one, home of pretty good ideas. That's why I fit in Boston. Nobody has really good ideas in Boston. That's why, New York, they have good ideas. Not Boston. Boston, they're just slow. Everything takes 20 minutes more to say. It should be put the car in park. It's put the car in park. See, it should be like longer. And my theory is, though, it gives them extra time to think about the next word. You know, that's why. But anyway, I get off track. So my car was having electrical problems. So all I had high beams was at night. That's all I had. So I took duct tape and put it on both lights halfway up so it wouldn't go in people's eyes. Great idea, I thought, till I got pulled over and the cop thought it was the dumbest idea he's ever seen in all his laws of year enforcement. And he just couldn't believe it. And I've never seen a cop so angry, even on TV, you know. And he says, I want to pound your car. I want to leave you by the side of the road. And you could have your girlfriend come pick you up and you tell her what an idiot you are. And if there was a fine for idiocy, man, I'd give it to you. I'm like, it's a little extreme, I think. He could have just said, don't do it again. You know, or just give me that ticket. You know. So I've been better. You know. I thought he was getting so angry he was going to drive off and forget about giving me a ticket, actually. I've never seen a guy so mad. What did I do? It's just a stupid idea, that's all. You know. But now, I still deal with my girlfriend, and we're going to take a break from each other. Kind of, you know, absence makes the heart grow fonder, so probably we need about 9 months, you know, to get a lot fonder of each other. But that might work. But every time she's angry at me, I try to stop in her tracks, and I say, just be happy you're not me. And she does stop, and she does something else, and I feel safe. It's great. Or I say something, I did something awful, or something, have pity on me. Also, when I was a kid, I was locked in the closet, down in the basement even. Brought me up from the basement. I said, why'd you do that? And Mom said, I'm sorry. I had to put you down in the basement because I already put your brother in the closet. It makes sense, right? And I got my first dog. He ran away, you know, and I was so upset. My dad explained to me, it's not your fault. He probably ran away to find a better family. You know, ours was awful. Okay, that's often the blow. Yeah, right. Then he told me about his, you know, I wondered what kind of family we really had, like way back, you know. And he said, my family tree's awful, so I'm not going to even tell you about it. And he should have been cut down a long time ago, actually. And there's people that fell off the tree, pushed off the tree, out of their trees. You know, you don't want to know. And dogs peed on our tree often. But I go on, and my parents, you know, they were concerned. When they got divorced, I would be confused and think that I caused it, blame myself. So my dad, actually it was my mom this time, she sat me down and she said, I want you to understand, I know there's some confusion for kids, but you must understand you are absolutely 100% at fault for us being ruined. But then she's like, oh, that's not exactly right. I think your brother played a role a little bit too. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's helps a little bit. But it's been a rough week, as usual. I did get in an accident last week, actually, and banged up, wanted to get my car fixed, took it into a place, trying to find an honest mechanic, and then totally overcharged me. And I said to him, did you overcharge me because you thought I knew absolutely nothing about cars? And he said, yes, I did. And I'm like, that's honest. That's an honest mechanic. My girlfriend's like, are you going to go back to that guy? And I said, you bet I am. That guy's great. I love that guy. I want to go back again and see how much he's going to rip me off for. I'm psyched. It's great. So, but I go on. And she says she wants me take me to the East Coast. She wants me to and I said, I don't know if I want to take you to the East Coast because I have no interest in seeing my dad. That means I see my dad. But anyway, she said, what are you scared of flying? I said, I'm not scared of flying. I mean, I am scared a little bit of flying, but it had nothing to do with flying as in scared of flying. But I do say a prayer every time I go into a plane and says, please, God, do not let me be sat next to some irate child with an overly permissive mother or something like that, or someone who bullied me at school or I bullied them. I don't know, whichever, you know. But so that's what I'm scared about, not landing or anything like that. You know, I go on. But I realized though I was trying to spruce up my sex life a lot, you know, and I said let's see something sexually adventurous, you know, and I said, you know, something maybe afraid to get caught, risky, and she said, okay, how about cheating? That wasn't what I was looking for, but I understand how she feels. So, you know, I deserve a lot of stuff she criticized me for, but you know, I tell her, you know, I've got limited spatial awareness. Okay, that's why I knock over things a lot. I turn really quickly. I can't see them out. And she said, you mean you have limited brain capacity. That's what you have. You know, and she gets mad at me, of course. And she says, when you get home, just don't move much. Stay still as possible. It's less dangerous for everyone, including the cat. So I do. I try not to move too much. Yeah, you know, I get less trouble. But anyway, I was trying to, you know, spruce up sex life, and I want to get a book about sex, you know, and saw a book, 100 Ways to Improve Your Sex Life. Okay, but then I saw another book, 100 Ways to Cure a Headache. And I went the headache one, and then I'll work on the other one next week, probably. But thank you all for listening. Have a good night. Oh, you can find me, Lee Shorts, on YouTube. Okay.
You know what I was thinking, Lee?
Yes?
You should be a bully in an animation, and you should make people wear shorts. Because that killer, you heard about that killer? Which one? The one that refused to wear pants, even in the winter.
Oh,
He wore shorts only. They didn't say he was black. And of course, you'd think if he wore them in the winter, he's not going to be black, right? Because it's too cold.
Right.
And the whole swimming thing, right?
Yeah.
I can say that. I can't swim. I'm black. Is that racist too? Everything I say is racist. I'm black. My God. Let's talk about the white trash side. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm white trash. Yeah. Yeah.
Let the whites have a sport.
You want to have a sport? You got to go to a white trash party, man. Cheese whiz. I mean, oh my God, Shasta, with the little rodent egg stuff on the top of the cans you got to wipe off. Oh my God, the 6 bunny rabbits. I was in a house where they were saying they didn't like wait, shh. Sorry, I am so paranoid. Mine's real. You see how quiet that guy? Mark wants me to show a paper of when I was on probation for 3 years. Why not? It's going to be part of the show. Kids aren't going to believe it. Roaches? You go to jail? Roaches? In your car? You go to jail? Yes!
Probation for road?
Yeah. See? Sam, this has to be real.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I put this girl in charge of the show, in charge of my business, in charge of everything that has to do with Sunda, because if I don't get it done, she'll get it done. One of us will at one point. So together we make a pair. Or together we make... Well, are we a pair together? We make one, like a Havdalah candle. Havdalah. So now I want to bring her to the stage. She's very special to me. And she's your comedy concierge. The one, the only, Samantha Linderman. Samantha June!
What a beautiful night. Give it up for yourselves for coming out here, doing comedy on a Monday. So, I don't know. I guess nobody else was told it was ugly sweater night. That's so awkward. No, I'm just kidding. I was hoping nobody else would wear one and I could like do something that's like, whoever sent me that email, you're disgusting. It's like I mostly answer the emails here. So that's so funny. I'm Sam Linderman. I'm trying to find like a way to describe myself in 20 seconds. Like, cause you know, like in a comedy, oh my God. No, it can't be. No, it's not. Okay, guys, honestly, I checked to look cool. My phone's on Do Not Disturb, and my ringer's never on to the point where I can't find my phone. So I knew it wasn't me. Is that me? Brothel of men, stop it. Princes in West Hollywood, stop it. Men's spa, stop it. I'm just kidding. I used to live in West Hollywood. I don't anymore. I had to take a break. I was too into it. It's bad when oh my God. So this is a true thing. I went to this bar twice, right? And the bouncer is also named Sam. So obviously, imagine every time it dinged, I did a different like voice. Like I'm a different Kelly. Like it's my hypnotic like response, and I'm like, that was scary. Sorry. I work with kids, so lately I've really been playing. Like it's so fun to play, and have people play with you. You know, that's the worst when you like. I made the joke like gun to my head a lot. Like gun to my head, I'll have another scoop of ice cream. Like whatever, gun to my head. We'll order fries. Like stupid shit, right? And this one girl was like, gun to her head. Like she didn't understand. And it was really hard to explain, actually. It was, like, really awkward. I was like, because if you had a gun to your head, you would do anything. And, like, it was so bad. It was so bad. And she's like, I hate guns. I was like, no, me too. Like, it's not like I don't have no gun. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My grandma's so funny. Like, I will tell her something, like, in the news, and she'll always have something worse that happened. Like, but it's never to her, like, somebody she knows that I've never met. I'm just noticing these things about my family. Is anybody spending a lot of family time yet? Or are we waiting or we're not doing it? We're comics. We're like, no, fuck you. You ruined it. You ruined it! And now I'm here. No, they're all like, we love Kill Tony. And I'm like, I won't. I can't. And my cousin's like, why? And I was like, I would cry. I'm sorry. I would start crying. It would be so awkward. I'd be like, yeah, I've been doing comedy for 4 years. Like, and then they would just be like, make one comment. And I would just be like, I don't know. If I saw Sal from Impractical Jokers, I would just call my mom. I'd be like, guys, honestly, I know I'm not going to get a spot, but can I just call my mom so she can see Sal Vulcano right now? I don't know. I feel like she would flirt with him, which is so crazy. This guy who works at Cantor's, oh my God. Like, he called my mom, I don't know. Oh my God. She said, can I get my validation? And he said, you're beautiful or something. And I was like, I don't know, something like, oh, validate. Like, isn't that crazy? My mother, she loved it. She came back and she told it to us word for word, right? Then we're leaving. And I do something like to make her have to talk to him again, low-key. I did that. And he was like, bye, sweetheart. And I was like, and then I was joking about having a stepdad. But it's like, my parents are fully married. So it's like, I want to keep my dad on his toes. I think it's important. They should. I'm like, Mom, like, I don't know, like, let's grow your hair out. Like, let's do something different. Like, let's be crazy. Let's be wild. Get a nose ring. She would never. She does have double piercings, which I like. Would never have thought that would have happened ever. It's so crazy. She's like, why would you want holes in your body? I'm like, first of all, your body is just holes. Like, your body, like little, like, whatever, like, there's so, like, that's a crazy thing to say already. Like, I'm sorry, like, we know that. That's a known fact. Like, it's that, we know that. So I don't know why that's a huge issue. I shaved my head. She would send me pictures of me as a kid, of being, like, remembering when, like, she's so funny, but grows back, you know? But, like, yeah, from a mom's perspective, it's probably a lot. I put them through a lot, but I think it made them grow up, too, you know? We grew like when someone's a president, and, like, 4 years later, you're like, whoa, they're, like, 90 years old. That's for me and my parents. Hey, like, nobody's thinking I'm 18 anymore. Like, nobody, I'm like, really? You didn't card me? That's crazy. I look that old. I work with kids, so sometimes they think I'm like 4, and then sometimes they're like, you're 45, you're a mother, you're crazy. They're so funny. I shouldn't have said this, or I told some of them, I was like, you know, like, you guys are my rejection therapy. Like, you are preparing me, like, to be better, like, just so you know. So, like, you guys don't want to hang out with me, but, like, just keep that same energy. So maybe they'll change the energy. I was trying to reverse psychology. It never works. Yeah, it's kind of weird being bullied by a group of girls when you're a grown-up and they're not bullying you. It's not about you. But, like, because part of me wants to be, like, Magic School Bus and be like, let's just, like, all come together and, like, stop joking about Diddy. Like, let's leave Diddy outside the classroom. You know, like let's keep him away entirely from everybody. Like, why are we bringing up Diddy as a child? It's coming up a lot. I saw a TikTok about it happening in like freaking like Illinois, like everywhere. Like, it's crazy. They're playing Diddy tag. Like, I'm not. Did I send you that? It's crazy. Where one of them's Diddy and then they go, "Don't get me Diddy." Like, it's crazy. They're like 5 years old playing tag. It's crazy. And I'm like, first of all, you're so creative. That's like 4 Common Core standards. That's the crazy part. That's crazy. You watch the news. No, the kids sometimes, like, we can't let them curse, but sometimes the way that they say a bad word, I'm like, I know you have a parent at home that's just like, that's not on you. Like, he dropped his toy and he was like, fuck. And I just looked at him and I was like, no more times, but like, he didn't mean it like that. He was like, and I almost went, fuck, don't say that. Like that TikTok, oh my God. Cinda was in a hilarious TikTok of that situation. It's so funny, language, words, major communications. I should have done that. People joke, I hate that joke. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a good joke. I mean, it's not my life, but I want to communicate better. It happens to me all the time. My Ubers are going down. Not my rating, obviously. I have a 4.95 rating. I check it every other day. I don't know. Yeah, guys, love you. This has been so much fun. I feel like everything's falling, so it feels like I should go. But, okay, so just like it's LA School of Comedy. We're getting our kids' classes starting. We're going to be doing an event at a local school, so stay tuned for that. I mean, you guys can't come, but it's cool we're doing that. We have our classes, podcasting, everything. Cinda will tell you more. But I have been Samantha Linderman. You can find me on Instagram at SamLikeTBH. And I'm going to bring back to the stage my other half, my best friend, mentor.
Oh my God, do I love this girl.
Kosher soulmate.
Let me tell you, she's my kosher soulmate. Let me tell you something else. If you saw that documentary, and I'm saying it live, they have to change his name again. They're going to call him P. Titty.
Which one?
Has to be P. Titty. Did you see those boobs?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous. I can't say P. Titty. Sorry. What, somebody going to put a cap in my ass? I need caps in my teeth. How about doing that for a second? All right. Listen, I am so happy to bring up this next performer because this gentleman has been so patient with me, eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in his face and just being wonderful on our first date here at the LA School of Comedy. Let's bring him up. The one and only Alex coming to the stage. Yes. It's a 2-minute light. Thank you.
Woo. Oh, you guys are great. How y'all doing? Give it up for Sam.
Yes.
And the other comics that you saw here tonight. Sam, I think you're pretty funny. Plus, I take it back now. plus you're. This is a young man's game, so you got a shot. Plus, you know, there are very few females in this business, so yeah. Just a thought. Just a thought. I don't know what you want. All right, moving on. So how we all doing? We good? Who's with me here? The guy on the phone?
Yeah, we're with you, Alex.
All right, 2 people. All right, whatever. So you're a make some noise if you're Jewish. I thought there'd be more noise than that in this room to that question. So a black Jew. Wow. All right. All right, I got some real jokes for you guys. I honestly think I'm like the best comedian of all time. So like, y'all might want to pay attention. Just saying. Did I get your friend's attention over here yet? I feel like I'm battling for this guy's attention over here. So, yeah, jokes. So, I I'm not naive anymore about stand-up comedy. How are you guys hearing me, by the way? All right, cool. So I'm not like I'm not naive about like making it in stand-up comedy, but I don't really care anymore because I feel like this is a better thing for me to be doing with my time. Right. Than the alternative, which would be looking at pornography, sir. All right. Thank you. You guys are great. So you guys like that one, so I'll tell you. So I'll tell you a little more. I'll dive in a little bit more about that. So, like for example, I know I can do comedy, or I knew I could do comedy. So, like when I first took the stage, I thought I'd be famous day one. Right? Anyone else ever think that? No, you're all a bunch of losers. So I thought I'd be famous, and I'm now 6 years in, and no more famous than I was. In fact, there are probably more people that hate me now than did when I first started. Yeah. You know what? But when it comes to like whether I should be doing open mics or masturbating, the way I see it is, at least when I get off stage, I don't feel so ashamed of myself. So, thank you. You guys are great. So, I truly know I could do comedy. I truly believe I could do comedy. I don't know I could do whatever the hell we're doing here tonight, though. This is fun, but I think I could be having even more fun. This is your place? This is your plan? No, it's on you. No, I'm just kidding. But like I said, I don't care anymore. This just gets me out of the house. So, yeah. Seriously. It's better than sitting at the bar drinking, I feel. So, but it would be nice. It'd be nice to be famous someday, just so I could rub it in everyone's face at some point. Yeah, all my high school friends who didn't think very much of me, that's really the only reason I'd like to be famous. My mom was famous. So I know what it's like, fame. And I'm not interested, to be honest with you. Not really. Like, yeah, this might be enough for me. Yeah, it might be. I'm going to be real with you. Thank you. So let's see. Totally. So some of you might be asking yourselves, Alex, what was the reason that finally got you to take the stage? I hit rock bottom, of course. Thank you, sir. Nobody actually wants to do this shit, Sam. Do you actually enjoy this shit? I mean, come on. I mean, did you actually, like, what happened to you? That's what I mean. No, I'm just kidding. Good stuff. I guess I should be grateful, though, because if I work really hard at stand-up comedy and I catch my big breaks someday, maybe I can be as famous as Jim Gaffigan. Yeah, I can support a family in New York City. Yeah, can't complain too much. So, I think my parents are pretty funny. You guys, I'll give you some examples. You guys might like these jokes. So I was talking to my mom, and she was telling me that she started taking Nutrafol because she noticed that her hair was getting thin. And I asked her, "Are you noticing any difference?" And she said, "Yeah. I'm growing a beard." All right. Woo. So one more example for you guys. This was a conversation between my mom and my dad. My mom was asking my dad, "Do you know how to water ski?" And he said, "Yes." So then she asked him, "Do you use one ski or two skis?" And he said, "I use 3 skis." Thank you. It's all right. You guys will get that one on the way home, when you're driving home. Not a lot of water skiers in this room, I guess. It's all right. I'll teach you someday. So I guess I still have time. Cool. Why don't we try and change the world now? What do you say? So I'm announcing my candidacy for mayor of Los Angeles. Vote for me or I'm going to move away. I'm sorry. LA, oh God, there's traffic. What's the deal with all this traffic? Let me do some impersonations for you. How about that instead? That might be a little bit more fun. So why don't we start off with this one? You guys, I'm sure will know this one. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jim Carrey, and how are we all righty then? All right, this one's a little bit controversial. This one not everyone likes, but some of you might get the reference. So Little Bo Peep. Actually, I forget it now, so we're just going to move on. I'm going to try my Donald Trump impression right now, if that's all right with you guys. I just like to practice. Hey, you should vote for me. I'm the best president of all time. All right. I'd be the best. All right. So getting back to changing the world. Oh, if you guys don't want me to be president, I'm sorry. If you don't want me to be mayor, I'll be the president. I could do that for you guys instead. Yeah. You know, it bothers me what the federal government's up to right now. I think I'm the only person who can save this country at this point. Yeah, I know. So what I'm saying is we don't have much of a chance. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So how you guys doing? You guys having fun? You enjoying yourselves? Life's pretty crazy out there right now. I is what people say. I really don't think it's any worse than it ever was. Life's always been crazy. World War II. I mean, can you imagine going through that? So I try not to worry about it too much. Just trying to stay busy. So yeah, you guys see the weather that's happening in the rest of the country right now? It's no wonder there's so much traffic here in LA. No wonder so many people want to live here in LA. Holy cow, man. So yeah, I just moved from Albuquerque. I was in Albuquerque recently. And yeah, I was in the comedy scene there, and I got banned from the comedy scene, the whole comedy scene. Would anyone like to guess why? Close.
Waitress?
Dated a fellow comic. Yeah, you got to be careful with that. That's my advice. Don't eat where you shit. So yeah, I mean, yeah, like there were still like one or two open mics I might have been able to go to in Albuquerque, but good luck trying to ban me from the scene here in LA. Yeah, if you guys ban me from here, there's only like 1,800 more mics I can go to, so I'm happy to be here in LA now, just because, yeah, people don't like me very much. The open mic, I don't know, whatever, I don't care. So yeah, I got the mic. I got the light. Thank you. I saw that. So let's see. Big closer. All right, here's the big finale. So I mentioned that my mom was famous, I think, or my parents were. So my mom was Barbie Benton. Anyone know who Barbie Benton is? Yeah. So you did. Cool. So for those younger people who don't know who Barbie Benton is, she got famous in Playboy magazine. She dated Hugh Hefner. She's the one who found the property, where the Playboy mansion is. Yeah. So you guys can only imagine how difficult middle school was for me. Holy cow. That was brutal, dude. People calling your mom a whore? Yeah. And you know, it's one thing, you know, and you know, teenagers can be mean, but it's tough when they're telling you the truth. It's difficult when it's the truth. So, yeah, no. But the person who I find more interesting than my mom is my dad, the guy who married the Playboy model, right? And you know, he came from nothing. He was poor, grew up poor, first generation American. You know, hit a gusher and became a self-made man, and you know, married a beautiful woman, had a bunch of kids. From all appearance, you know, from the outside, it looks like he's a very successful person, and yeah, people think he's a very successful person. And all I can say is, how far the apple actually does fall far from the tree. Yeah, because I have no chance in the world. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. You guys were fun. You know, I'll be on the street corner. I'll be at the corner of Santa Monica and Westwood every Thursday at 10 a.m. That's the best bet. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, it's Alex's first time here. Come on. This poor guy. Yes. So you don't want us to find you on social media?
You know, probably. No.
Okay. Your mother was very sweet. She was very sweet. And I met some crazy millionaire that was selling tea. And then I saw a copy of a very exquisite piece of art that belongs to my husband. And I saw a copy of it, and I call him. I go, you have to take that from your mother. And I was like, I'm with Barbie Benton. That's all I could say to her. I was like, I'm with Barbie Benton, and she was funny. No, she liked comedy. She liked comedy. It was the comedy festival. That's what she. And we were dancing to dun 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 dun. I just remember that because I was like, thank God, it's slow. Because sometimes you can be dancing, you say to yourself, you know what? I want to be a hot mamacita, but sometimes it's really hard to do it. But we're going to spice it up right now. We're going to do this because she's fine. Give it up for Divine. The Divine Miss Flores, Jennifer.
What's up, guys? You know, she said hot mamacita. I was like, wait, Jared? Is Jared gonna go up? Or maybe Mark? Maybe Mark's getting called up next. I don't know. But I always know it's my turn when the R's start to get rolled and, you know, we get a little bit of this and that. I'm like, maybe it's me. Maybe it's Lee. Right? Right. No, so, you know, you did your impersonators. And I think people that can do like good impersonations, like man, that's really cool. So far, the only impersonation I can do is the shrimp from Shark Tales. Has anybody watched Shark Tales? So basically, the shark is gay, but to say he's not gay, because you know that was like bad back then. They said he's vegetarian. Poor baby. He does not want to eat fish. He just doesn't. He's vegetarian. Like, he's gay, but no, he's vegetarian. And so his dad, like, he's like basically the Don. That's like, he's like the mafia. He's this great white shark. Right? This is all animated by this. It's a real movie. Watch it. Will Smith is in it. And come on, it's a good movie. And basically, he sits the sons down. He has two brothers. One is not gay. One is gay. And he's like, eat the fish, Lenny. Eat the fish. And it's shrimp. And the shrimp's still alive. And here it goes. Okay. Here we go. My baby, my sister just had a baby. And she lost her arm. And the baby has no legs. So I have to work. And I work hard. Please don't eat me. I'm really scared. That's my shrimp impersonation. Thanks so much. I really like that movie. It's a really good movie. Maybe because I was gay, too. And now I don't eat meat. Guys, the influence, they're recruiting me. They recruited me, Mark. And I did get recruited by Shark Tales. Every time you see a character that's like, they don't eat meat, they're a little different, that's all code for gay. So, you know, yeah, give it up for Alex because he gave me that courage to do that little impersonation. And, you know, give it up for all the men in the building tonight. Give it up for yourselves. Like, exactly, without men, there would not be women. Women's trauma. Kidding. So I saw this tweet a few days ago. And it was like, men should just like start their life in jail and like prove them and prove their way out. Like, you know, because, you know, men they get a little crazy. And so I was thinking like Lee would be let off. Lee would be let off immediately. Like, Lee's just a cutie pie. They would be like, Lee, you're out of here. You don't belong here. Let's go. Mark, good luck. Good luck, Mark. I don't know, Mark. I don't know. I think early release could be considered, you know? But, you know, I feel like I would say that joke, and I mean, you guys are a great crowd, so I love that. But there's always that one guy that's like, really? Like, you really think that's funny? And it's like, I mean, yeah, I thought it was funny because I'm talking about something fake, but if we pull up the stats, we talk about gender-based violence, you're going to win that game every single time. I love that. Yeah, I don't really have much to say today, guys. I do the social media here. I've been so comfortable and like it's been so great here to get up on the mic every now and then, and I'll say a little couple of jokes. But my real passion is social media. I like to express myself through my page and I would love to help other people do that. Like, you say you lead too. You guys want to like spruce up your page. I'd always be down to collab with comics that come here because I just love this place so much. It's just given me the platform, the material, and I just want to keep expanding on that. Like, we should all be like creative in every aspect of our life. And unfortunately, but fortunately, sometimes social media is that first like impression. It is. Like nowadays, like, oh yeah, just drop your socials. Just drop your socials. So that's where I come into play. Thank you guys so much. I love to share a laugh every now and then. I'm going to bring up America's sweetheart, the one and only, the nicest guy you'll ever meet, Slim Jim, Mark Zaffron. Give it up for Mark, guys.
You know, don't you be talking about men. What are you talking about, my zipper or something? Goddamn. Jeans aren't made the way they used to be. Not only that, I'm worried about my age. When your pants come down like that, it's definitely an age thing, you know? So, today, Sunda liked to make fun of me losing my wallet, but I actually did. The wallet was not in my pants. The wallet was nowhere. She could lie about it all she wants. It magically appeared and was projected by God into my pants when I needed it. All right? Because I know it wasn't there all day. But keep quiet. Because that was neither here nor there. You see, it's a difficult life for men. I live in a female-dominated household. Not only do I have her, all right, I got my 2 daughters, Satan and Lucifer, which you all know, but they brought in 2 female birds. These 2 friggin' cockatiels that won't shut up. So here I am, and this is my biggest thing. It's all about age. Now, I'm sitting in the living room trying to watch Fox News, all right? That's where I get my material from, and I know it annoys Aaron and my kids. And Sunda's yelling at me from the other room. How many times do I have to tell her? Between the TV and that stupid bird standing up there singing, all right, I can't hear you like I actually wanted to. But that's neither here nor there, because most of what you hear from comics is propaganda. A very, very, very thin layer of truth overlaid a whole bunch of shit. Anyhow, speaking of propaganda, see, here I am in the car on the way to the cardiologist. Because this is my problem, my knee. All of a sudden, my knees go. The liquid leaks out, you can't walk anymore, you don't feel good, you're fetching. So I'm going to get the knee operation. First things first, I didn't like the doctor. Now, I spent years representing doctors. I have a special visceral dislike for arrogant Chinese doctors from Harvard. Because all they're interested in is money. So this one was an arrogant Chinese doctor from Harvard. And he had a beautiful operation, but the cold as ice. He had a heart like a cold old whore. All right? Anyhow, I decided, really, I don't want to get this operation. So I'm talking, to Dr. M. Dr. M wants me to do stem cell therapy and this and that. So I finally couldn't take it. I scheduled the operation. All right? I go in to get my preoperative stuff. First off, United Healthcare doesn't want to pay for one of the tests. And you think to yourself, well, we'll get to that. Anyhow, I go in, Dr. M, and they do this electrocardiogram. Now, I have a serious problem with cardiograms. It's called a hairy chest. You don't want to go into it. You're going in to get a cardiogram, and you know that these poor women have to shave you with one of them shitty Bic razors. They don't work on your face, no less your chest hair, all right? Then you're still going to get hurt when you take it off these things, right? I wonder with Bluetooth technology why no one's invented the wireless EKG. You ever think about it? Somewhere along the line, somebody has to invent the wireless EKG. If the Chinese invent it, it's going to give you fake results anyhow. And report all back to China about yourself. Anyhow, let's get back down to it. So, give me EKG, and they tell me I have a blockage. Now, I know I have a little problem over there on the right hand. He said, well, got a right branch problem. I go, but doc, that's an electrical problem. So he sends me across the parking lot, because you can't get good health care in this part, in the wealthier part of L.A. You have to go to white trash country. And how do you know you're in white trash country? Where is that place out there? Encino and places like that. Because there's a church, because there's a huge Baptist church on this corner. Then it's the Church of God on the next. They're huge. And you think to yourself, NASCAR and pickup trucks. All right? So here we go. And I get to the doctor. He gives me across the street. And the audiologist is really sharp. He says, okay, they start doing the tests and everything. I have to keep coming back. The worst is the nuclear test. So this time I got sharp. I brought Sunda the first time. All right? That was fun. Because here we are. They tell us to come back in an hour and a half. We go to the subway on the corner, and there's some man vomiting in the back of the subway. And you know Sunda, she don't want to eat her meal after that. All right? Then we go back, and they inject me with the radioactive stuff, right? That makes you sick. It really does. I'd hate to get chemo. So we come back in 2 more days, and we get the other one, right? They give me the other shot, and Saviva's with me this time, my daughter. That's Satan. So the guy all of a sudden turns around and goes, "Are you pregnant?" She gets all uppity thinking he's talking about her weight or something. But no, pregnant women aren't supposed to be in the room with the radioactive isotopes. All right, we come back on Friday. You know, this is a whole week of things. And we come back on Friday. The cardiologist giving the report. There's really not all that much wrong with me. I have heart disease because they're creating a heart disease to get me Ozempic. Because here's the bottom, keep quiet. Here's the bottom line. What's really wrong with me, all right, is that I'm too fat. All right, my knee hurts because I'm too fat, and the cardiology would just be helped. So the doctor said to me, he goes, "What type of idiot doctor wants to give you an artificial knee at $55,000 when you know you're not going to be able to recover because you're too fat?" So now they're creating the Ozempic thing for me. All right, but the interesting part was in the car on the way to the cardiologist. Both Sunda and my daughters turned around to me and goes, "Where's your insurance policies?" Duh. All right, so the point of the story is no point, but really I look in the mirror now and I decide I'm not fat. I look at myself and I've convinced myself that I'm thin. And I want everybody in America to buy into my delusion that I'm thin. And my new pronouns are slim and skinny. And if you don't call me slim and skinny and think I'm thin, I'm going to sue you for misgendering me. Think about it. In America today, you can decide what you want. It's like that woman, Rachel Dolezal, who said she was black and was the head of the NAACP. Had she just made it 3 more years, they wouldn't have thrown her out of the NAACP. She would have been mainstream. Think it, right? I can make fun of people without even mentioning what they are. Anyhow, so it's been a hell of a week. Shootings, killings. Now the worst is Rob Reiner getting chopped up by his own kid. All right? At least he didn't cook him. Because I read something going on in New York, please, one moment. Couple of years, we have a place in the East Village. A couple of years ago, there was a guy feeding the homeless in Tompkins Square Park. He was feeding them his girlfriend. So recently, they called him the cannibal of Washington of Tompkins Square Park. So just recently, vomit over in the corner. Just recently, they had air conditioning problems in the loony bin in New York. So they had to take the criminal loonies to get them some air in the regular place. So all these poor regular loonies are sitting there with this cannibal. I mean, really, they didn't know it was the girlfriend until the bones started showing up. When they went to the house, the head was in the refrigerator. I'm going to tell you something. You think LA's crazy? New York's worse. So here I was today, right? I feel like I'm getting old because of I'll get off in a second. Just one more point here about my wallet. I think I'm going crazy because where's my wallet? I didn't realize I didn't have my wallet until I went to the corner, Exxon station. He's been bitching and moaning about the homeless. All right? We got one woman here who's been shitting on the generator. She just pulls her pants down, pulls them back, it shoots onto the generator. And she lives over in the corner. And then we have all the ones across the street. But the funny part about it all is, here I am worrying which one of these homeless people is running around my American Express card buying fentanyl. Anyhow, all's well that ends better. I am not on social media for a very good reason. You see how much trouble Donald Trump got himself into? Yes, 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 yes. Shut up. The bottom line is you got to think before you press that button.
And now you can't touch mine.
Look. I don't know why it's such a rush to get me off this stage when I'm behaving.
Oh,
If I say something crazy, you'll let me say it forever.
oh, I would never do that. But you didn't bring up the next act for me. I asked you to do me a favor. Oh, you don't do that. You're too big for that.
It's Jared. Let me bring him up.
All right, all right. He's gonna bring you up. He's gonna bring you up.
Okay. You know, you asked whether or not everybody here is Jewish, including yourself. Your mother's name was Klein. Right. Anyhow. Jared!
You got a Mormon. You got a Mormon here.
No, never hand the mic, Mark. Ever.
Oh my God. All the rules. I'm not a comic, I'm an M&A attorney.
All right. Hey, it's great to be with y'all tonight. I've been on a bit of a hiatus here, but I just needed to get back out there. I got to feel the energy. I got to, like, rechannel this. Because, man, Christmas time is kind of hard, I think, going through a divorce. I think I've got, like, too many Facebook memories, like, popping into my... So social media, I mean, that can be... can do a number on you. But, yeah, just to give you an update... yeah, it was about a year ago my wife said she wanted out, and... But we've, and not to brag about this, because we were acting kind of crazy along the way toward the last couple of years. We bought a house in France just as a way to, you know, and there, I was fighting against urges like, this is not in your best interest, Jared. Like, you got to fight this one. But what did I do? I'm the nice dude, you know. Of course, I sign off on it, but we ended up getting this sold. I was on like a call at 1 a.m. With these people. We signed the documents, signed it off. So like, I think my stress levels are coming down now, and I've already got a house in Utah and like maintaining rent here, and I don't know, like the clock just doesn't seem to stop there. I've got an attorney that needs to be paid, and you know, I'm on the mean streets of LA dealing with traffic and making sure that that all the bills are covered. 2 kids in college, and but we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Yeah, it's happening. It's a done deal. So, but my daughter, she already got a job lined up for next summer. Like, she had an internship last summer, and, you know, she was like all doom and gloom about the economy. And then, hey, I don't know, like sometimes in divorce, there can be some bright spots along the way. So God is looking out for you here to some degree. But, I don't know. One thing you got to budget, I think, when you go through a divorce, one thing that I didn't anticipate is, you might do some crazy driving, and which is what I've done. And I've crossed some double white lines, got ticketed there. I ran a red light, got ticketed there. Like, you're seeking like dopamine in some way. And I think I was queuing up a YouTube video, and a cop like pulled up right next to me and pulled me over, and he was like, "You just look like you were, you know, preparing to watch a movie while you were driving there." But and this was out in Ontario, but I don't know. It's things are coming. I think things are settling down a little bit, and to some degree. And this is going to go to closure. Got, you know, attorney. He's a bit dragging his feet on doing the write up here, but you know, in some way, like this is going to be good. And although I don't know, I must say it's great to be with you tonight. I feel like I've needed this. Like I've needed to come back, because it's like it's been rough. There have been some nights where you come home from work and it's just like, I think I'll just crawl into bed right now and call it it's a wrap for the day, you know. So, but I did take a woman on a date. This was like my first date, you know, and it went well. I mean, I think it was someone I've been chatting up. But I see her at church like every week. So, but I think we gel well. But she's, I don't know. I think I was talking too much about our past relationships. We're both on the other ends of a divorce, and I think she's like she's a bit ahead of me through that, and I don't know. So we're just, I think I just need to settle back down a little bit, but it's it was crazy because I'd be like talking to her, like we'd just meet out in the parking lot after church and just chat for like 45 minutes or something. I felt like, hey, we got to change the venue a little bit, and so I took her out to this nice French restaurant. and which I didn't realize. I think I was sending her signals like, hey, I want to like step into high gear here, but it was like, because it was like this dimly lit candlelight dinner, and anyway, I mean it's she's great. I mean, yeah, we'll just roll with that. But it was like over $200, and she was like, I have not eaten this well in like 2 years, or 5 years or something. But she did not eat very much. She didn't. I was like, Juliana, you got to step it up here. I really need you to eat some of this foie gras here or something. But which is not me. Like, I'm not eating. Like, I think the worst signal you can do on when you ask a woman out on a date is like, do it like, take her out on really expensive things, which is not, if it's not an indicator of how you live, you know, because you can like set a bad precedent there and you know, create false expectations there. But anyway, but it was good. This last Thanksgiving, the kids all came out here to L.A. to be with their father there, and it was fun. We had a good time. It wasn't like the Norman Rockwell Thanksgiving so much. It was you know, let's go over to Costco and wrestle up some of those rotisserie chickens before the festivities start. But it was great. We went on hikes and got out to a movie, got some museums in, and I think they were just happy to be in this warm LA weather. They were all chattering their teeth where they're at. So anyway, I'm just looking forward to Christmas, going back to DC. I'm going to brave this cold weather here. I'm going to go in the eye of the storm here on Thursday. So going back home there, we're meeting up. But hey, it's great to be with you all. I love the energy. I love like feeling of your goodness, and I just like, you know, this is something I got to I love to be a part of, just self-expression. I feel like I worked among too many engineers in the field, and these are just like, they can be really cold bastards, you know? So it's, you just gotta like, keep it real a little bit. So I'm right where I need to be here. So, hey, much love to all of you. Have happy holidays, and you've been a great audience. You can find me on social media, JR Springer. Great. Good to talk to you. On Instagram.
Okay. She's gonna fix all that, so you'll be like, I did this and I did that. Oh, we did it. I missed you. Say this so you get up.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. I used you to pivot. I used you. Isn't that crazy? I was using you. You gonna pivot? Oh my God. We have. You are so funny. I wonder if my kids call me a whore behind my back. Do you think that? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, you know what it is? I have friends that have started slipping as I've gotten older. They start slipping about my boyfriends that they shouldn't be slipping about. So it's hard because my new one popped up, and Aviva's like, no, not him too. And I'm like, you're not my husband. You know what I mean? Like, you can't say that. Not him too. Not him three. But to all you ladies, just always tell the man you're the third one. That's all you gotta say. You laughed too hard on that one, Zaffron. Oh my God. Oh my God. My husband in the Entourage story was one of the funniest stories, Samantha. I never hear it from Mark's perspective. Ever. Of what it's like to meet me for the first time with this group of crazy people. One of my boyfriends says to my girlfriend, we have to leave now because, I'll call her Angela, because we're waiting for Angela's boyfriend. That is her boyfriend. He thought it was her father. He's like, where do I know him from? He's a politician. We're hiding. I mean, that's crazy. He thought it was the dad. He's like, we're sorry, we have to leave now because she's going to meet her friend. And I was like, oh, okay. That's my Samantha look. Isn't Samantha great? Isn't she great? Alex, your mother would like her and said she's very funny. And she's very funny. And Lee, that's how you bully them. Make them shave their legs only on one leg inside. Let it rub. Let's let it rub. And make them walk like this. Maybe walking doing the Lee. Make them suffer. Be a bully. Be a bully. Say, come on, come on. You ready to do this? That's why they walk like that. You know, it's funny because guys really don't know. When you wear your pants down like that, low, you know what that means, right? Do you know what it means, Lee? It means you're available. Lee, you do not do that. Lee, you gotta be careful. Because there's somebody out there that thinks you have pretty eyes too. It's not just Aaron. Now listen, let's talk about that. Guys, on Tuesdays there's a drop-in class. I'll wrap this up real fast because I gotta go. I'm not my husband. He's got a wife to get home to. In his mind, only in my dreams, as long as we see. You've got to do things out here very differently. When you take these classes, these acting classes, and they're showing you, oh, this is this method and that method, the only method you should be doing is get the job. That's the only method you need to be worried about. How am I going to get this job? Why am I stressing out on every single word? And sometimes it's difficult when you read with somebody. Like my husband gets upset with me. I say, "Can you read this with me?" He's like, "No, you got the word mixed up. I'm trying to act first so I can get the words later." And that's what Aaron teaches. He says it in more words than that, but I'm telling you what he does, and he does it right. So this is your first time, Alex. If you stop by on a Tuesday, he'll hook you up for a first time. You know, and you need to get some footage so you're able to leave with some content and able to build that reel. Get all your stuff together that you need for Jennifer so that you're not sitting up just saying, I was thinking, you know what I have at home, Jennifer? At home, not here. I have it at home. Have all your stuff together on a hard drive for her. You want her to work with you on something? Just be ready because she's going to move. She's in a New York state of mind. And that's what we have to be here. And if people tell you you cheated from coming in here, no, you didn't. You invested in yourself. You invested in yourself and your career, and congratulations to you on your call back again, Lee Schwartz, to the Laugh Factory. That's right. I'll be talking it up too. I'll be like, yeah, you better watch out, and they're gonna make you wear a pair of shorts. Shave one leg. Aight. So a round of applause for your team over here. Thank you once again. The divine Ms. Linderman. That's how you do it together. We're signing off right now. I'm Sunda Kroonquist, Sunda Live on all platforms. Good night. Magic. Ba, 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 ba. That was the outgoing music. Oh, they're playing it. Uh-oh.